of the dear silver that shines in your hair, and the brow that's all furrowed and wrinkled with care. I kiss the dear fingers so toil-worn for me. Oh, God bless you and keep you, dear Mother Bates.
Folks, Revival House Network presents another commentary. Got Zach here.
What's up?
I'll tell you what's up. We're gonna keep chipping away at the old Psycho block, and today we're doing Psycho 3.
We're doing fucking Psycho 3, baby!
We did Psycho 2 a little while. I think that was the last Revival Classic you re-uploaded too. So, we're chipping away at it. We still have the original one to do. We will definitely get to that. We have this weird urge to go out of order all the time. You know... Maybe a normal podcast would just go in sequence, but...
The first one's a classic. That's too easy. We gotta go to the not-so-well-knowns.
Well, that's why we always do it. It seems so cliche to do the classic, right? We haven't done the original Halloween, right?
Exactly.
So, I don't know. Even then, I want to say Riverman and I did Evil Dead 2 before we did Evil Dead, but I don't think we ever posted Evil Dead 2, or am I on crack?
You never posted it, yeah.
So, I keep forgetting it. In the back of my mind... We've done Evil Dead 2, so it's not even on my radar, but I forget that we didn't post it. It was one of those situations where Riverman and I did back-to-back commentaries. We did Evil Dead, the first one, and we did Evil Dead 2, and just, we were so wiped out, and it just wasn't good enough to throw out there, I didn't think. It wasn't as good as the first one, so we got to redo that, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Psycho 3, we are dealing with a rip, is that correct?
My Blu-ray rip, baby. We've had this on the fucking docket for how long? This video file's been in our fucking drive for at least a year and a half.
Has it really?
I've been waiting, baby.
Has it really been in there that long?
Yeah, probably the oldest movie in there.
Why does time got to go so fast, man? We're getting old.
Mm-hmm.
A year and a half. That's crazy.
At least a year, I'd say.
Look who didn't turn off their fucking phone.
My bad.
You're right. Motherfucker. But it's all right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, it's off the Blu-ray rip. Does it go straight into, what does it start off with, Zach?
Whatever the fucking logo is. I don't know.
All right. So we're just going to go with that zeroed out.
Universal.
3, 2, 1. Play.
Hell yeah.
Did you hear my phone vibrate?
I think that was mine.
No, it was mine.
Oh, mine did too.
So, credit, my phone is off, but I like to leave it off of the actual desk because you can hear it like you just did.
Mm-hmm.
But I failed. Anyway, Psycho 3. I have not seen this movie since I rented it back in the mid-90s.
What a dark way to start the movie. Some lady yelling, "There is no God!"
Who could she be talking about? It's not Norman Bates, is it? It's almost like they're talking about the son of 100 maniacs here.
Imagine if it started out like this.
Give me a sign.
I fucking hate this soundboard. Fuck this soundboard.
Did it not work?
It didn't work.
Is that what you were trying to go for?
Mm-hmm.
What happened with it?
Fuck me.
What is this Omen bullshit?
She's a hoe.
Yeah, I haven't seen this since around 95 or 96. It's one of the movies that we rented in the Kentucky house I always talk about at that old sleazy video store.
Yeah. Okay, now I can do it. What if it started out on a black screen and this happened?
I thought the bitch was white! God damn it!
I saw that video this week. Dude, it scared me.
What the fuck? She looked disheveled, like she looked like she's been on a weekly crack binge.
She got a little possessed for a second. It was insane. Can I hear it one more time? What's this? I gotta hear it one more time.
I thought the bitch was white! God damn it!
That, when she says the second part, like her voice is shrieking and her vocal cords are shredding.
God damn it! I thought the bitch was white!
That's what, like, that would have been perfect for that intro. Just a black screen and that.
Jeez. That really would have been, man. It's too bad you fucked it up.
Fuck!
Anthony Perkins originally suggested this film be shot in black and white as an homage to the original.
That would have been bullshit. I'm glad they didn't do that.
I'd have been fine with that.
Nah, it needs to stand on its own. To me, this movie, think about it. The second movie was 80s. This one's in the 90s. I kind of like how they're all representative of a different decade. It's kind of cool.
Oh, you can suck my dick. The original came out when color was the norm, too.
I know.
They shot it on black and white because it was cheaper.
But it would have been a little offsetting to have the second one in color and then this one in black and white. Mm-hmm. But of course, if this movie came out today, they would release the chrome black and white version as a special feature on the Blu-ray, no doubt. Mm-hmm. Because some movies do that. I've noticed a couple of films. Like,
yeah, instead of just fucking going into your TV settings and turning the color down, you gotta have another version for it.
And instead of calling it black and white, like watch the black, they call it like chrome or something like that.
Yeah, they're cool now. You think if it was chrome, they would like make it black and white and then like turn the contrast up. But no, they just make it black and white.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know anything about this movie. I remember Jeff Fahey's in it, obviously. Is he a drifter of sorts, or is he a drifter? Isn't he like is he on the outs from the law? Is he in trouble of some sort?
I thought you were gonna ask if he was on the spectrum. Is he on the spectrum in this movie?
What did that just say? What, with Anthony Perkins?
Directed by Anthony Perkins. He directed this baby.
He directed this one. So he must have not had enough pull to make the film black and white. The producers must have stepped in and be like, no, we're not giving you that much freedom. We know you're fucking Norman and all.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Fahey plays like a sleazeball motherfucker in this movie. He's sleazy.
I tell you what, though, if this movie had been black and white, it would really put... Do you think putting a black and white filter on any movie, regardless of the era, gives it some sort of a timeless quality?
I don't know. Maybe.
I wonder how this movie would have looked in black and white. If it would, because right now it looks totally 90s to me. It really is dated looking, right? Which I enjoy.
Her haircut, maybe.
Yeah.
Even though it was modeled after the haircut from the first movie.
Kind of looks like a wig. So, no, fill me in. Jeff Fahey, is he literally just a traveler? Or is he... Why am I getting this notion in my mind that he's somehow in trouble with the law?
He might be. He is. He's just like a drifter, pretty much.
Okay, so do you remember the movie very well?
I don't remember much about his character.
So this one is full on slasher, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a campy early mid 90s type slasher. You know, the first one was a character study of sorts, right? It's kind of hard to call it a slasher, even though it would have been the first slasher, right? Technically. Mm-hmm. The first slasher with like one, the lowest body count. But the second one was interesting because Norman was actually the protagonist, or he was the victim all the way up until the very end of the movie. But I still attest he was the victim of that movie, which is interesting twist. And this one, he just kind of goes full blown Jason or Michael Myers or something. I think
that's why I don't get why people hate this one.
So, but as a slasher, which you might kind of view as already a B movie, right? You might be somebody that considers, okay, slashers can only be held to such high regard, and that's it. You'll never have like an A-list movie that's a slasher. But we're talking about Psycho here. There was Oscar nods and stuff like that. So the third one, compared to what the Psycho story originally was, it is kind of like a step back, right? For it to be reduced to a slasher, a mindless slasher.
I mean,
because it doesn't. How much substance does this movie have? The second one has a bit of substance in it. I still think the second one has a bit of that psychological character study that the first one did.
I think it fits though, because people look at Psycho as the original slasher too. Quite a bit of people.
But this movie was straight to video, right?
No, this went to theaters.
This one did? Okay, the fourth one was just straight to video.
Yeah, that was a made for TV movie.
Made for TV, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So look, he tries to rape her here.
Okay, so he is a bad guy.
I think maybe he just I don't know, maybe he's just like, "Oh, I thought you were coming on to me."
Oh, me too, yeah. So that chick's gonna come out right now, 25 years later, and be like, Jeff Fahey tried to finger me in that fucking old Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it looked like it was a movie, but it wasn't. He really stuck a finger in.
During the filming of this movie, Anthony Perkins was diagnosed with HIV.
Did he have cancer, or did he have cancer and HIV, or did he die strictly of HIV, AIDS?
Just says HIV.
I think I might be getting confused with Sammy Kerr. Sammy Kerr, man, he died of both cancer and HIV, and I don't know, or AIDS, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean, because clearly one of them killed him. Maybe they just complemented each other, and the AIDS maybe sped up the cancer. I don't really know, but that's a rough way to go, for sure.
Mm-hmm. In an interview on American Movie Classics just before his death, Anthony Perkins admitted he was not up to the task of directing this film, feeling his technical knowledge to be too limited. Maybe that's why he never directed anything else.
Was this the only thing he ever directed?
I think so.
Interesting.
So I wonder if they just came to him with the idea, or if he wanted to try something new. But then,
well, you know, maybe it's not exactly Hitchcock, but man, I've seen a lot worse jobs. It's not like he made a shit movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have to watch it. Like I said, we're in the middle of watching it again. It's my first viewing in a very long time. So I'm sure when I compare them and put them up next to the first two, it probably is shitty, right? It already kind of seems like a mid-90s slasher you catch on Cinemax at 2 in the morning and you watched it when you were a kid, you know? It's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid bitch!
Stupid hoe!
Jeff Fahey, I've always thought he looked like an adult Jonathan Brandis.
He looks like a botched clone of Viggo Mortensen.
Nah, I don't see what you see there.
I don't know why. Something about like his jaw, I think. I don't know.
Do you think the last time he worked was Machete?
I don't know. For all I know, he stopped working after this movie.
Well, he was the bad guy in Machete. But, you know, Robert Rodriguez, like Quentin Tarantino, their whole thing was putting washed up actors in their movies, right? You got, you know, they were popping up in like Hobos with a Shotgun, which I think was produced by one of them because it was part of the whole Grindhouse thing. I know they didn't direct it. But, you know, it's like, hey, let's bring back Rutger Hauer. Let's bring back Jeff Fahey. Let's give all these fucking people work again. So I don't know if I've seen him since.
Mm-hmm. We actually see him doing his taxidermy shit here for the first time in the series.
So did they use the original house for this movie?
I think, you know, they might have had to rebuild the house even for part 2. I'm not sure though.
Really? I could have swore when I was just re-listening to the Psycho 2 commentary that you just re-uploaded, and you told me that they did use the same house, but they rebuilt the motel, I thought. Or they used a different, like,
okay.
The motel was... That's what you were telling me on that commentary, anyway.
I must have been reading that from the trivia, yeah, because I forgot.
Man,
he poisoned the seed.
Whoa.
We're supposed to feel sorry for this guy. He's a cold-blooded killer killing those birds.
So, I wonder what's changed. Do they follow canon really closely from the second one as far as, you know, what he's doing? How come he's not working at that diner anymore? What happened in the aftermath of the second one, you know?
He lost his job at the diner in the second movie.
Oh, in the movie. But what happens in the aftermath of the second one as far as, you know, there was people dead to be accounted for, right?
Yeah, the chick took the fall and her mom.
Okay.
Because it was just a perfect storm, baby.
I like peanut butter crackers too. Does that make me a psycho?
peanut butter crackers too.
I've been on this weird, I don't really know where it's coming from, but probably because what you just said there, it kind of reminded me of him, but the way he talked and the way he enunciates. But I've been on this weird Michael Jackson kick the last few days. Mm-hmm. Just like watching his videos and his interviews and stuff. Such a weird guy, man. I know I'm not saying anything that's new, but...
We should get him on the show. See, look, they put this in black and white. It looks like the original movie.
Yeah, that is weird that they do the... Yeah, well, I mean, it's common they do flashbacks in black and white, but yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of what the second one would have looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, so whose hand is that? His mother's? Oh, he was daydreaming.
Yeah, crazy fuck. You just see a bird turn to a hand and you think that's normal?
So is the taxidermy hobby, is that supposed to suppress his murdering urges, maybe?
I don't know.
Or is it just him being fucked up?
Maybe.
You know?
He was a taxidermist in the original, yeah.
Because, I mean, I would think a lot of people with issues that acknowledge their issues would have things that they would use to help, you know, suppress things like that they didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I don't know. Maybe prostitutes. Maybe there's guys out there that just want to, like, kidnap some fucking kid. But instead they're like, no, I'll just go to a prostitute and take it out on the hooker. You know?
I'll kidnap a prostitute. Pretend she's a kid.
Hey, fuck. Oof. We gotta watch that shit, man.
Was that bad?
Roseanne got me thinking, man. What was that, Roseanne? What did you say?
Fuck!
That's all you gotta say, huh?
I thought the bitch was white! God damn it!
I wish I had fucking control of that thing, because I would hit that sound button that you just hit a second ago every time you step out of line and say a kid joke. I would just hit the Roseanne GD button.
God damn it!
Now you're giving me ideas.
Like every time you're gonna do it to yourself every time you have a zinger.
Mm-hmm. See, I could totally troll everybody and get like people like sound clips of you laughing. That way, if you never laugh at a joke that like I say a joke that doesn't land, I could just hit the soundboard and people won't know.
That's funny.
Or get an audience reaction of like laughter and clapping.
Do you think Anthony Perkis was undressing Jeff Fahey with his eyes in the scene?
Hopefully. And hopefully Jeff Fahey's got a nice fat cock.
Since he was the director and all, do you think Jeff Fahey had to sit on the casting couch, if you know what I mean?
I don't know. Why? You want to fuck Jeff Fahey?
No, but I am curious as to why he didn't work too much after. You know, his career only went so far. I mean, he had a certain look about him. He's got this kind of sleazy look to him, right? I mean...
Botched Viggo Mortensen, yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, like, he's got this look where, you know, he's you know, a good-looking enough guy, but he's got a sleazy look to him, right? He looks like...
Oh, stop hiding it. Your mouth is watering for the Jeff Fahey cock. You love it. I think he should have been in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Yeah. The Saw's family.
Him and his bootleg should have switched roles. He played in part 3, and then Jeff Fahey played in Easter Promises, so we could have seen his cock.
This guy has nothing on the fucking taxidermist dude from Pet Sematary 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same guy, or am I thinking of another movie?
I don't know.
There's this one fucking movie where it's this guy, he's a taxidermist, and he's got a pug, like a stuffed pug, and he's saying, you would look so much better with blue eyes, and as he's saying that, he's squeezing the tummy, and the eye bulges out of its head.
Yeah. That's Pet Sematary 2, isn't it?
Is that Pet Sematary 2?
I think so.
That's what I thought. I couldn't remember if I was thinking of the right thing.
Oh, he's trying to become a singer, that's right.
Okay, what kind of singer?
He's got the guitar later. He's a singer-songwriter. He's trying to be the next Bob Dylan. He's going to be singing songs about that fucking crazy person he met at the hotel. Crazy person met at the hotel. You rang my bell. He's gonna sing like that, like Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Or no, he's got the rebel flag. Maybe he's a fucking country singer.
He's David Allan Coe.
Yeah. So he's gonna make songs about, you know, his girlfriend fucking black guys.
Yeah, David Allan Coe, man, just a bunch of racist stuff.
He had he had some racist shit.
Yeah, I don't understand that appeal at all.
And apparently there's a black dude as the drummer in the band while they recorded that.
You would think, though, if that was sort of your theme as an artist, you'd really be marginalizing your potential audience, right?
Mm-hmm. And apparently it was the Falling Up series of books. Remember, like Falling Up? It was like poems for kids or something.
I do not. I remember creepy, scary stories to tell in the dark, and that's it.
The guy that wrote that book, you'll probably remember it when you see it, like the cover of it.
I'll Google it now. Keep talking.
The guy that wrote that, he also wrote kids like music, like themed funny songs. I think he wrote like Boy Named Sue for Johnny Cash. Apparently he was the one that told David Allan Coe, you should make a comedy record. And that's what he created with that.
First thing that populates when I search Falling Up is a Christian rock band. So let me find the book, because that can't be it.
How am I not surprised? A Christian heard that title and said, oh, that's about going to heaven, right?
Shel Silverstein is who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, yeah, you should make a comedy album. I'm this guy that makes books and songs for kids sometimes. You should make a comedy album. And he took that as like, oh, I should make a racist album where I say the N-word a lot.
When I was on my phone just now looking at that, I came across something else, and I hate it. We always talk about Michael Bauer, right? He's our favorite resident whack nut conspiracy theorist, flat earther. But anyway, I hate that he removed the ability to tag people in his posts.
Yeah.
Because I want to tag you. I want to tag you in his shit all the time. And he just posted a video like a few minutes ago where it's him getting all his royalty checks in the mail and complaining because they're all like 4 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents.
What the fuck is... That's usually how they are.
Well, they're just tiny. He's like, and he's mad because it costs more to tip him, and it costs more for the stamps. That's how he talks, because he's got a lisp. I thought that was cheap. You know, that's how he talks. But, and he's just bitching. I love it because his entire social media presence is complaining.
Yeah.
That's it. It's complaining. And
did you see his series? He's got like a podcast or a series of videos called Things That Make You Go,
He's fucking stupid.
And the theme song is Things That Make You Go, And then while the theme song is going, he's like, is NASA real? Is the moon flat? Things that make you go,
Dude, your impression of it's better.
Did you see how he's offering, like, yeah, give me $50 so we could talk for 10 minutes about anything you want?
So pathetic. So fucking sad.
That's how little money he makes.
Look, I want to rant about this. First of all, I would never... We've talked about getting him on just to fucking shoot the shit with him about flat earth and chemtrails. But...
we could now. We could get him on for $50 or maybe give him $100 for like...
$200. Like, no, I would haggle with him.
But like throughout the show, we could try to piss him off to the point where he hangs up, and then we're like, we don't have to pay you now. You hung up on us.
I'm sure we'd have to pay him first, but you better believe we dispute it, because I'm sure he takes payment through PayPal. And if he doesn't give us the full time because of that, I would dispute that shit and get it back. But I would haggle him because I don't want him for 15 minutes. I'd want him at least an hour, and I'd be like, look, I'm gonna buy in bulk. I want $100 for a full hour. Or $75. He's so hard up, dude. I could probably get him down.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll give you $50 for an hour, right? Because he's only gonna have so many takers on that. I guarantee it, right? Who's really gonna do it?
I can't imagine anybody would.
He had comments of interest of people on his Facebook, like, "Oh man, yeah, sure," but no, I mean,
those are people that suck his dick no matter what he says, though. The people that fucking backtalk him, he probably already blocked or unfriended.
He wouldn't, dude. First of all, I would pay nobody. I'm not about that life. And the only way I can kind of understand, because you hear about some podcasts that charge their guests, pay to play, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of not in favor of that either, but at least if you're going to be one of those podcasts, at least have it make sense to where, okay, if Joe Rogan let me on his podcast, I understand I have a lot to gain from being on Joe Rogan's podcast with his millions of listeners, right? So, okay, I kind of get it. Concerts are like that. Tours are like that, where you're a small band, you pay to play because you get more exposure, because you have a lot to benefit from us. We have little to benefit from you. I get that. I'm certainly not going to pay Michael Bauer, right? Not going to happen. And I guarantee you we could get Michael Bauer without paying him, right? I could just email him through official email or whatever, and he'd be like, oh, somebody cares.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, Salute Your Shorts is, like, one of the like, not so top tier 90s Nicktoons. Like, even though we like it.
It's not a cartoon.
Nick shows. Even though we like it, like, there's a majority of people that grew up on 90s Nickelodeon that are like, I didn't watch that show.
It was only on for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
2 seasons.
Like, I didn't watch Hey Dude. So some people were like, maybe like there were some people that were too young and they were like, it wasn't a cartoon. I didn't watch it. I only watched cartoons at that age.
I wonder if anybody that still is associated with him with the show, maybe if they're still friends with him on social media, I wonder if any of them are face palming when they see this shit. You know, it's a little sad, man. It really is. It's just
like maybe given what's his name, the dude that still gets work.
Budnick gets work.
Yeah.
He's never stopped working.
Maybe giving him like $50 for an interview would make sense. But Michael Bauer, like I said, like a lot of people don't remember Salute Your Shorts. So it'd be like, oh, that guy who had the Zoltan, the bubble wrap on, and Dude, Where's My Car? And he was in Evolution. It was his idea to use Head and Shoulders to kill the aliens.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never paid to speak to anybody, you know, either it's a yes or a no, so I wouldn't pay anybody. I really wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Devin Sawa is going to be a whorehound?
I did, man. How are you? Did you fill a cup?
I filled the cup. Maybe I could get some voice drops with my phone. Just like, say, hey, this is the Sawa. Say, I'll tell him like, yeah, Sawa, you become kind of a meme on our show. I always talk about fucking you and sucking your dick. You should say, hey, this is Devin Sawa. You're listening to BTM. I'm getting my dick sucked by Zach.
I'm saying this as his pearly white cum is dripping down my face. So,
well, it switched from, it would be dripping down my face.
Oh.
I'm sucking his dick.
Oh, that's gross, man. Does his dick taste sour?
Sour. Yeah.
Stinky finger.
So sour.
So, yeah, if you're at a convention, though, you know, I think some of those guys, they might be cool. Like, if you're just going through the line and you get an autograph or buy something, he might do a soundbite for you, but he also might, some of those people might charge for that. It just depends.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like I said, if they're cool and you can talk to them, you just kind of feel out the environment.
I'm not going to be able to give any money to anybody, so I'm basically just going to be taking pictures and shit all weekend. I'll probably pay to eat because I got to save some money, baby.
Taking pictures of what? Just from afar?
I might take my camera, my real camera.
Well, so, but is Mac taking money?
I'm sure he will probably.
So if Mac meets Devin Sawa and he's actually in line, he wants to chat it up with them, maybe he could ask on your behalf. You know?
I don't know.
And it all kind of depends on the line, right? So are you guys going the whole weekend?
I don't know. I'm thinking we're going a day. I'm not sure though.
Okay, so you're going to go the busiest day then, right? Or what?
I think Sunday, which I think is usually not the...
Slow. Okay, that's good. Sunday's the slow day. That's the day where you might be able to actually get some time with them because when they're so packed, man, they're moving that line along, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But on Sunday, it could be... There could be tumbleweeds and you might have a chance to just kind of shoot the shit for a bit and he might give you a soundbite. You know, you're not cutting into it any time.
I could be like, Sour, did you get to squeeze Jessica's tits on the set of Idle Hands? I guess he did. I mean, he did it in a movie. He squeezed her tits. So I'd look like an idiot asking him that.
Did he really?
I look like an idiot in front of the Sawa. Yeah, that's isn't that something he does in that scene where he ties himself up?
I don't even remember, but she didn't.
His hand reaches up and grabs her tit or something.
I remember you trolled me saying she got naked in it, and I was waiting the whole time. And you're like, she don't get fucking naked in this. You really think she showed her tits in this?
And nobody talks about it. See, that's what triggers Norman is her hair, because it's like Marion Crane's from the first movie.
Oh, okay.
See, imagine if he just thought she looked like Slim Shady, and it triggered him that way. Slim Shady talks about killing people. Could have happened. If this series kept going well into the 90s, that would have been a sequel, I bet.
Do you think... I mean, I don't think he would have. I mean, Anthony Perkins, he never really got too much respect after how, he got pigeonholed into this character, right? Mm-hmm. But it would have been interesting to see if he would have gotten any more work. Maybe somebody like Tarantino would have given him a job, because I could have seen Anthony Perkins in a Tarantino film had he been alive longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could easily see something like that, especially those guys like that, like him and Eli Roth and all those guys that are super film connoisseurs and stuff, and they're all about those types of things in movies.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I know about was he was supposed to be on The Simpsons, and then he died.
Yeah.
He was supposed to play the creepy dentist.
He died shortly after he did his very first convention appearance, too. It was at a Fangoria convention. Like 90-something.
It would have been very interesting to go to a convention in like the mid-90s, before it was super commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Because now the con scene is a super booming industry, because super mainstream. Now you have Avengers fucking A-listers doing some conventions now.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool back in the 90s to go when you're just going to go meet, I don't even think fucking Jeff Fahey would have did a convention back then. It would have been, your Leatherface guys and just stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, Bill Moseley.
Actress Juliette Cummings was nearly fired by director Anthony Perkins after making an unintentional joke about his homosexuality.
What?
So she probably didn't even know. Or it says unintentional joke. How is it a joke if it's unintentional?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make him sound too cool.
Maybe she asked for something and he threw it to her. She said, "You throw like a pansy there, Norman."
Or maybe when she was getting pissed at him, grinding on, making her mad on set, and she's like, "Oh, suck a dick."
Who knows? Yeah. It says even though it was his first time and he was so nervous, everybody enjoyed working with him on production too. So I don't know.
Interesting.
If they would have got mad at him or about something.
He dresses like fucking Forrest Gump. He's got a Forrest Gump haircut.
Forrest fucking Gump. He's pre-Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump dressed like him, baby. Forrest Gump's a fucking style stealer.
So what's the deal with the Psycho House? Is it now gone, or is it on the verge of being demolished, or what?
There's a campaign called Save the Psycho House. So apparently it's in bad condition. From the outside, it looks one way, and then in the inside, it's even worse. Like apparently inside, it's terrible.
It's dilapidated. It's probably unsafe to walk on the top levels even.
The last thing they shot in the real Psycho House was an episode of Fear Factor.
Oh, really?
They were in the Psycho House for a stunt. I think they were eating something, and they were just in the Psycho House. I think it was like a Halloween episode or something.
Look at those underoos, man. The old lady underwear.
Oh, Josh's favorite scream queen, Brink Stevens, does the topless scene here.
Oh, really? Like a stunt breast?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Or the nude scene. I think it shows her. She's the body double.
This music is interesting. These sound cues are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
what if it was a dude in there getting dressed and like he looked in and it just spurt in his eye?
She's got a nice thigh gap, that's for sure.
That thigh gap, though. Did you see those pictures of her and Linnea Quigley?
You guys, I think I saw in passing that you guys were sharing that stuff. No, I didn't look at it.
Those were awesome pics. I looked for the picture of Linnea Quigley going down on a baked potato. I couldn't find it. Was it just my mind where that existed?
I don't know, man. I guess.
This scene's pretty.
Is she fucking dead?
Oh, you'll see, babe. She's dead before he even gets there.
Oh, really? Did she OD or something? She looked dead.
How? It's hard not to look dead when you're relaxing in the tub, babe.
I haven't taken a bath since I was a little kid. I don't take tubs. I'm a grown.
Rub-a-dub, just relaxing in the tub. Every time I think of that song, I think of Cop and a Half.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make math time lots of fun. Oh,
it's like that scene from part Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
It's alright, it's okay, it's something to live for. Jesus told me so.
That was fucking perfect for that. I just added that to the soundboard based on our last commentary, and I just happened to hit it there. And then he shows she sees a fucking like crucifix right when it says Jesus. That's great.
so at first, when he surprised her with the knife, I thought her reaction was a little unorthodox. Like she just kind of held up her wrist and she wasn't. Because I think even if you slit your wrist and you were intending to die right there in the tub, you'd still be startled by that. A guy in a fucking wig. But then I realized she saw it as like a vision. Like she thought it was like Jesus or Virgin Mary or something.
Because she just had that big falling out with the church at the beginning.
Gotcha.
They disowned her. I forget why.
Why did they disown her though? Enough to make her kill herself. That's horrible.
If I remember right, maybe she got pregnant and she had an abortion.
Oh.
But then as she was like freaking out, like she accidentally knocked a nun over. So maybe that's just where it comes in. Maybe the abortion's a different movie I'm thinking of. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen this. That looked like fucking, what's her name? Fucking Mrs. Brady or something.
So, okay.
I didn't mean to hit that.
So I think in honor of this film, you know, we're trying to, when we do them, you know, we're not doing them all the time because we want to keep them special, but we try. I think it was kind of cool if we kind of keep them thematic when we do them. So how about in honor of this movie, we prank call a psych ward, a psychiatric hospital? Would that be distasteful?
I don't know.
It's not like you would be talking to the actual patients picking up crazy. You know, we're not disrespecting them. We would just be fucking with the staff.
That would be perfect once we get once we're able to do it on Skype with a soundboard, because I could use Norman Bates quotes and see if they notice.
I got you. Well, you don't. Oh, okay. Well, can't you get like a soundboard? Can't you get a soundboard up and like, I don't know. We can't finagle that somehow? Maybe not.
Not right now.
Fucking pisses me off though. Been perfect.
Plus, a psych ward, they might even monitor their calls, waiting for somebody to call in and say something really crazy. And then like, we gotta fucking get these guys.
I would have suggested that you were trying to commit yourself. And they might take it way too seriously and do like a check. Like, we got to get this fucking guy. He's...
Actually, I could play like I'm Norman. Just like, yeah, a chick came to my hotel and she had short blonde hair. And it triggered me to like fall into the life again. See, it sounds funny, but yeah, it's like, how seriously would they take it? And then if at the end I said, no, don't take it seriously, I'm just joking, they could be like, fuck you. It's hard selling, babe.
If I could find his information, we could prank call Jeff Fahey or his agent. Like, hey, we want to give him a job. Really? No. Click.
Psycho 5.
Psycho Dad.
Psycho Dad. Psycho Dad. They should have made that. They should have made like remember that episode of fucking Married with Children where just out of nowhere they just took the narrative of two other characters. Like, yeah, we're just all of a sudden these two are gonna be like the main focus of the show, and Al Bundy is just gonna be like a character that shows up at one point and then disappears. You remember that? It was like, what's her name's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Kelly. They should have done that with Psycho Dad. Just made an episode where it's the Psycho Dad show.
All right, Zach, meet me in the middle here. I have a proposition for you. You know the Psycho quotes pretty well, right? Enough, right? Correct?
Yeah.
How about we call somebody that's not a hospital, just somebody random, and you still talk to him like you're Norman Bates? Mother, you know?
I don't know, baby. We can if you want.
I do.
That'll be harder than just doing a prank call where because you put me on the spot, I might forget quotes.
Yeah, and it's also tough too because it's like, well, what if we called a motel and you were talking about how like you're peeping? They might call the cops, and I killed her, you know? Yeah, that might be kind of a hard one to finagle.
Catherine Finagle.
I like the word finagle today. Sounds like bagel.
I was listening to the Mac and Zach drunken commentary of fucking Bride of Chucky, and I kept calling Catherine Hagel Catherine Finagle.
Yeah, I remember that. Because you're dumb. You're horrible with names, man. Oh, totally side stuff. I don't know if I told you, and I think everybody out there listening, it's totally going to be irrelevant because nobody knows what I'm talking about. But essentially, I'm working on getting a film made, right? And I might have hired somebody to finally do the budgeting and the scheduling, which is incredible. And gonna put that in the fast lane, man. As soon as I get those numbers, we're gonna be moving fast on that. And then, maybe someday we'll make that Mac and Zach movie, right?
Yeah, we're shooting back and forth. We're gonna try because you don't have to know who Mac and Zach are. It could just be a buddy comedy like Bill and Ted, Cheech and Chong.
There's a million of them, yeah. So that was a funny idea. So I'm into films and stuff like that, and I've got this one film that we're trying to get off the ground and we're gonna get financed and make. But I approached Zach because I was listening to Mac and Zach a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about in jest the Mac and Zach movie, and I thought it was hilarious.
It's become a meme.
Yeah, it really was. But I was dead serious. I got a hold of him. I'm like, man, you know what? I think it could be fun. Like an idea. Like, why don't we just write something? Maybe just take it little by little. I'm not saying we have to do anything, but let's just write a project. Let's come up with a story. Right? And it could be a real hoot.
Yeah, it's got to be like Pineapple Express or something like that, where two goofball characters stumble into something serious.
Yeah.
Like a drama, comedy.
Yeah, I know exactly. I agree with you. I think we could do it. The thing is I can write. I know how to write. I know how to form stories. So, like, even if I had to write the general script, like if we went back and forth and came up with a story, the general story, I could take that and I could write it, but then I would give it back to you and be like, okay, now here's the skeleton of what I've written. How would you really say this line as Zach? And how would Mac really respond? Because I don't know. You know what I mean? I might just kind of like get from point A to point B and move the scene along, but I don't know how.
Just make sure he whispers it like this.
That's all you got to do, baby. And say baby.
We should get fucking who should play Zach? Fucking John Travolta.
John Travolta. Pauly Shore's got to get a role somewhere. Look, the whole thing has to be a big inside joke, right? Pauly Shore has to get a role. Feldman has to get a role. Fred Durst has to direct. Right?
Yeah.
Devin Sawa has to be in there somewhere. It's got to be all. It's got to be all very personal, a personal thing, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why would anybody give Pauly Shore a role?" But the true fans will get it. They'll get it. And then so the Pauly Shore part though has to be like meta, right? So in the movie, you obviously do a lot of Pauly Shore impressions. That's kind of your thing because in the movie you were obsessed with him. And then there has to be a scene where you bump into the real Pauly Shore as you're like doing his weasel. And you got to have like a weasel off or something. I don't know.
Maybe that should be the plot. Two characters want to meet Pauly Shore. They meet Pauly Shore, and Pauly Shore happens to be like a kingpin of a drug cartel now.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
And Pauly Shore has to play himself.
We could work on this. We could build off of that. That's actually pretty good.
Now somebody's gonna steal it. They're gonna write their script before you do.
Yeah, I know all the Sabbath dudes. We're just gonna rip off all those movies and make an amalgam of them all. So Mac is gonna be walking across the beach and he's gonna see you playing a guitar with long wavy hair. Like, you know Pauly Shore? It's like, yeah, I know all the son-in-law dudes. Waving. You know the great Hambino?
Oh, this chick was in Friday 13 Part 5, by the way. She's the chick that was the stuttering guy was trying to sleep with, and she just laughed at him.
Mm. How, dude? So what did she do to piss him off exactly? Or was he just done with her? He got what he wanted.
She did something to piss him off, but yeah, he's a sleazy guy.
He looks like a sleazy guy.
So yeah, she's like, fuck this. And then he kicked her out.
You know, maybe not the Psycho house, because that really does look a little too old, but I've always thought it would be really neat to own like a really old Victorian style house, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was in good shape, you know? And I know we were talking about this movie on one of the last couple of podcasts, but I love mansions like in The Haunted, like the remake.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be really cool to own, or fuck man, even the cast for the Whipstaff Manor.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but like there'd be something really cool about owning a really old home. Don't get me wrong, I would want it to be a second home because I like to have a new house and new stuff, but it'd just be creepy, man. When a house is old like that and big and echoey and creaky, it's just creepier.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if it's really oh, here's the first kill, baby.
It's about time.
43 minutes in.
It's pretty long time.
Mm-hmm. He definitely didn't pay attention to that rule that you got to put something like this in 20 minutes.
No, you want your inciting incident in the first 10 minutes.
Is that the rule?
Yeah, well, that's kind of the rule, yeah. I'm not saying it's not loosely followed.
That could be considered her showing up at the hotel.
No.
Like, the kill might be something else, right?
No. That's not it at all. You need something to grab somebody in, like, pretty instantly. So, like...
Which is kind of weird, because... I don't know. I don't just stop watching a movie once I start it, usually. It has to be really fucking bad for that.
Well, think about it. The original Halloween, right? Kicks off with a bang. Inciting incident. Michael Myers walking first-person view, POV, and he kills his sister.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes... I mean, there's got to be something that gets you in there. Trying to think of something else, but... I don't know. Just your introductory scene is crucial, man. It's so important. Even think about like a movie like Die Hard with a Vengeance. So I think I don't know if that really counts as the inciting incident, but I think really soon after that first big scene, John McClane gets picked up in the van and he gets notified about the bombs and stuff, and that stuff happens. But just the whole scene where he's got the sign around, in Harlem,
mm-hmm.
It kicks off with a bang, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
How come we've never done any Die Hard movies? I love Die Hard.
I don't know.
I just like Die Hard 1 and 3, so I'm not like a huge Die Hard guy, I guess.
We gotta get Riverman
to do Die Hard 2 so we can comment on William Sadler's oiled down ass. He loves William Sadler's hard, oily ass.
Fucking Todd, man. Todd's cool.
Yeah. Todd rolled.
Todd. Whoa, it's Todd. Todd's cool.
So she attempted to kill herself, did not succeed. Norman saved her?
Mm-hmm. He took her to the hospital.
So did that like snap him out of it? Of his little... this? Because he's like a split personality type, right? Did that snap him out of it?
I think so, yeah. It got serious when he saw she needed help.
Was he still wearing the dress and the wig when he dropped her off?
Probably not. So he had to take that shit off while she was bleeding out. Like, hold on.
I wonder if we could get away with pranking Riverman this time. Get him on the show somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I I won't prank him. I'll just call him legit, and I'll see if he'll give me an opinion on. I don't think he'll answer. I'm not gonna call him because he won't answer. He just doesn't. Oh, by the way, I found out the whole deal with Riverman. You know, he hasn't been on the show in a very, very long time. It's not entirely because he doesn't want to, because for a while there, he was actually recording with us on Fridays, and it was pretty cool to have him back again, at least part-time, right? I guess he said his Mac totally broke. He has no laptop. He has no computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has a work computer, but he can't use that for stuff like that, and he can't get the appropriate programs, but he legit has no way to record. Which is kind of a bummer, and I'm kind of glad he told me now, because now I know I have to bring all my shit when I go down there in a few weeks. Because, I mean, like, if I didn't know, I wasn't going to bring any of my stuff.
Oh, I was thinking, you know how you said you were going to rent a DSLR for our Vegas trip?
I was gonna get one for the trip to Omaha, actually, and visit Todd and get some content. But yeah.
I was going to say, for our Vegas trip, I have a DSLR.
Do you for real?
So if you're going to rent something, you should get like at least 1080p camcorder, because camcorders are easier to shoot on video. Like with the DSLR, you got to constantly be manually adjusting the focus and stuff like that.
Okay, so I guess I don't know enough about this stuff. We would need both.
Yeah, we could use the DSLR for pictures, and then, like, because I'm sure we'll want to do, like, a couple promo shots once we're together. Because we've always talked about, like, yeah, like, how Mac and Zach has the pictures on the thumbnail sometimes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Too bad Todd won't be there for that, yeah.
Well,
I'm excited to release that fucking promo picture we made for the website. I'm more excited for that to come out than the website, actually.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I guess we've been holding on to that for a while. You know, the website took a back seat. Now it's like I'm all in on this movie thing. I mean, I'm serious about that stuff, and I know I haven't talked about that with anybody out there, but so that's been taking up a lot of my time.
You should set it up so that going to revivalhouse.net takes you to the YouTube.
Yeah, I guess I could.
And we'll just keep it like that until we have the website, yeah.
So, yeah, I guess so.
Or we could just make a, like, blog, like, Tumblr blog page.
I don't even fucking know how to do that. I don't know how to redirect it. I've never done that stuff myself. I always get somebody else to do it for me. I don't really know.
I set it up for ours.
You know how to do it?
Yeah, I just did it from GoDaddy.com.
Okay, so maybe you can help me out with that. But I am not a technical guy.
But if we made like a blog page, we could put all the links, like YouTube, Twitter, all on the side. And it doesn't have to have much on it, just site coming soon. Check out the links, our other links until then.
So let's do something like that in the meantime. The thing is the website we were paying to have made, it's basically just about done. I just need to hire somebody to put the final touch on it.
I've been considering taking some fucking like classes on web design.
Well, you should and learn how to do WordPress. But
there's like a program close to me that does that and pretty much any other computer stuff. So I guess I could still get like a job at a fucking office or something. You get one of those shitty cubicle jobs where your soul is just leaving your body every 5 minutes. But I guess it's worth it to get a website.
Or you could do freelance work, man. Put yourself on like Upstart or whatever and, you know, pimp yourself out.
I could buy twofatcocks.com and make some of the best porn site ever.
I guess. Would it be really disappointing if you guys really did have your cocks on that website? And that's all it was. It's porn, but it consists only of you and Mac's dicks. And what if they didn't live up to the name? Then it would be like satire. Like, we weren't serious. That's the joke. They're not fat.
They're not big and they're not fat.
That's funny.
I farted, did you hear it?
Yeah, I did actually.
It was cool.
What would you do with bigfatcocks.com? So if it was, let's say the theme was just you and Mac and your fucking dicks, right?
It was just going to be our official Mac and Zach website, twofatcocks.com.
I still think it should be.
Just buy it and redirect it to it, yeah.
But what if what would you have, like Bukkake of the week, and you'd have to get like a special guest on, and it would just be like, and maybe it doesn't even ever show your face, but it's just like Bukkake of the week, and it would show the aftermath of someone's wrecked face with your dicks.
We'll do it on inanimate objects, like a loaf of bread. Bukkake of the week, and we're just coming on a loaf of bread.
Do it on like an action figure or like a Pauly Shore movie box VHS case.
We could do those cum tributes. You ever see those?
No.
People take like a printed out picture of their favorite actress and then jack off on it.
Dude, that's so funny you say that. That's what that means, because I was about to present the idea that you should jerk off on a Pauly Shore movie, like on the cover, like right on his face, and then send the picture.
And then watch it, put it in the VHS.
So you got to send the picture to Pauly, though. You got to forward it to him, tag it to him, send it at him or whatever, and it just be the image of... do you think that would get pulled down if it's just jizz on like a VHS on Twitter? I think you could post pornographic images on Twitter if I remember right. I don't know though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see it. Like if you do it, don't tell me, but just tell me you did it. I don't really want to see it.
You don't want to see a fucking box with some lotion on it. That's all it look like.
Oh, then just do lotion then. Fuck. I don't want to see. I don't know. But I really do think what you were talking about, the Mac and Zach thing, I know it was just kind of stupid and you were just kind of saying it out of thin air, but I think that's kind of a cool premise, man, if you can get Pauly Shore on board.
We got to do the idea I said on the show where we have the deer on the cross.
Oh.
And then Mac and Zach rise from the ashes. That's our cult. Our worshipers, they follow the deer on the cross. Which only came about because Mac was drinking Jägermeister. And he asked why there's a deer and a cross on it. So I gave a legend to it. It's the Mac and Zach God. The Messiah, I mean.
So is this one of those film series where you pretty much like the movies in descending order? The first one, then the second, then the third one, then the fourth one?
Maybe?
I'd say so.
I don't know. I like the fourth one quite a bit, actually. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the least favorite. It might be. I might like the fourth one as much as I like 3. Might be tied.
Yeah, this one's just kind of all right. I mean, I know I'm only so invested in it at the moment, but it just kind of seems like I remember it. Just like a movie of the week type thing, something you'd run across on cable, and you'd watch it. But
is that your final opinion on this?
What's wrong?
Well, the movie's not over.
Okay, now let's try to get an answer from someone who's not a complete retard.
All right.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Boo this man! Boo this man! This is the greatest movie ever made. Better than the original. Even though I just said I like it. I like the original better. I ruined my own little kayfabe there. I always got a kayfabe bad movies, and I ruined it there.
Dude, is there I want to say there's been some news bits that I wanted to bring up, and I can't remember. That's what I get for not taking notes.
Yeah, take notes, you fuck up. Always fucking up. Always ruining the show.
Did you see, you brought it up earlier, but did you see Roseanne has a YouTube channel now?
She's had it for years. She just now went back to doing that exclusively, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people didn't know before they gave a shit about her.
But she only had 4 videos on there. That's it. And they were all done the same, like the last day or 2.
Really?
Maybe she deleted yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
I saw videos from years ago.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, so I watched the videos that were only a couple days old, and she's got like guests on in her quote unquote studio, and it's very political.
She talked about the chemtrails, the pizza gates.
Well, she's talking about just the right and the left, and she's talking about controversy. She's talking about outrage culture and the whole deal. And she does kind of seem like she's backpedaling a little bit. She seems like
I thought the bitch was white! God damn it! Fuck!
You're making your dogs bark with that. No, but she seems like
She did backpedal on her official statement. She said, "Oh, my response was the same from day one." It really wasn't. Because at first she was like, "I am sorry. I'm really sorry."
Yeah. So I think she's still sorry that she hurt people indirectly that weren't related to the particular incident, but she seems to be, a little bit more begrudging.
I'd be more inclined to believe that she didn't know she was black if she didn't also say it about another black chick a couple years before.
Oh yeah, the monkey balls.
Yeah. She's got big swinging 8 balls. Why?
8 balls. Gosh, that's so horrible. That's awful. And that was worse.
Mm-hmm.
That was worse. That was horrible. But hey, this chick moves awfully fast. Why is she already in the sack with Norman? Didn't she just meet her?
He saved her life, baby.
Did she find out eventually that, hey, I was going to kill you in that moment too?
Not yet.
It's not a very good hairstyle. It makes her look older than she is.
You think so?
Yeah, it makes her look like fucking Mrs. Partridge.
I guess, yeah. It's kind of like fucking bleached or whatever. Maybe if it was dark, she would look... I think she dyed it for the movie, yeah. It had to look like Marion Crane.
Yeah. What movies you watched lately, man? Anything since the Joe Bob shit?
Let me see. I make a list on IMDb of every movie I watch.
Do you really?
Yeah, I always log them.
Why?
I don't know. Ever since we started the podcast, I always do that because whenever we finally record again, I'd always be like, what did I watch?
I didn't know you could do that. You can keep a list.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this really shitty movie I thought was going to be at least kind of dim-witted fun, but My Mom's a Werewolf. Have you ever seen it?
That no good?
It wasn't good. It looked like a Teen Wolf cash-in. It was 80s, kind of hokey and campy. But it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I actually fell asleep, didn't finish it. Do you have any is there any movies that you just don't finish, or do you feel like you have to go the distance to say you at least completed it and saw the whole movie?
I usually do finish them if I start them.
Yeah.
Unless they're just too bad.
I have movies that are like that I don't bother going back to. If I fall asleep during the movie, I'm not going back to it. I fell asleep for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no reason I'm going to put myself up to it again. I do that with video games too, and it drives me crazy, man. Like sometimes I just don't finish games, or it takes me forever to finish games because you know me. I still got to finish Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'm at the end, basically. But I played Ni no Kuni 2, and that was my most anticipated game this year, and I was so let down by it.
You already finished it?
No, I stopped.
Oh.
I stopped. I put and it's one of those RPGs or whatever to where if I don't finish it when I start it, and if I ever do want to come back to it, I'll just have to start over because you're not going to remember anything because it's so big. But I put about 20, 25 hours into it. I'm like, yeah, I'm just not feeling this game. It wasn't happening for me.
We should do a Retro Rampage sometime for that Ori game. Because there's another Metroidvania type game coming out on PlayStation in a couple of days. It's called Chasm. Did you hear anything about that?
Nope.
Looks cool. I watched The Gift from 2000 again.
Oh, the Reeves?
Yeah, that's a good movie. We should do it sometime.
I'd like, you know what that movie makes me think of? Do you remember when I interviewed Phil Anselmo when he was talking about that movie?
Oh yeah, he told me that.
It was really weird the way he worded it because we were talking about Evil Dead and kind of like how it was lightning in a bottle, maybe. And we were talking about Evil Dead or Sam Raimi's other movies, and he's like, I don't know, I like The Gift. Okay, I saw that. And he's like, he's got Keanu Reeves. He's like, I'm not good with names, but he's like, this is what he said about him. He's like, he didn't play like a normal character. He was like a redneck drinking, wife beating badass. I'm like, what? I'm like, what did you just say?
He glorified him.
It didn't. You could tell it wasn't intended. You could tell it wasn't intense, but the way he said it like a real badass, preceded by all the shit he just said, I'm like...
Maybe he meant asshole.
He meant like tough character, I think. Hard around the edges, I think is what he meant. Because he didn't even miss a beat when he said that. I'm like, did you realize how he said... I don't know. It's like seeing that one movie with Kevin Bacon. What's that movie with Kevin Bacon where he plays the pedophile?
Oh, yeah, The Watchman. He plays a fucking child molested fucking awesome badass.
It's like...
He plays an upstanding citizen, pretty much.
It was funny. Just, I kind of want to go back through there and find that soundbite. We should get it. When he's talking about the Reeves.
I watched The Church from 89.
Never seen it.
After I heard Joe Bob say that it was originally going to be Demons 3.
Oh, wow. Any good?
Not really. I didn't like it as much as Demons.
Oh. There's a kill. That's a bit overdone, right? He just slit her in the throat. Why is he stabbing her? Why is he stabbing the toilet paper, man?
He's like, fuck this toilet paper. You didn't get 2-ply.
Oh, man. Did she leave a stinky shit in there?
Mm-hmm.
So, he got triggered by the chick, and now he's going nuts again. Is that pretty much the extent of his madness and the reasoning behind it? Or is it still the whole, why are you letting these whores in here, Norman? You know, type of thing.
Yeah, that's happening still, yeah. He still doesn't know he's doing it.
He should know by now.
Yeah, well, once people start dying, he assumes it's probably him. But he don't remember doing it. God, how did you not know that? You noob.
What?
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
I'm retarded?
No.
No. I had to play that one for you. We're so terrible. Our humor is so offensive. Why do people listen to us?
Speaking of that, I think it's a good time to try and prank call Scott Bakula's lawyer brother.
You want to?
Yeah, let me find his law firm.
See, you love Scott Bakula. I don't even like. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even know who the fuck he is. In my soundboard right now, it's the sound bites under the title "I'm Retarded Bakula," and I probably spelled Bakula wrong. Bakula.
Okay, so I have it, man. His brother is Bradley Bakula, and he's a lawyer.
Bradley Bakula.
He's a lawyer, and I don't even know if he's actually a full partner. What is this? I don't see his name on the... Okay, maybe he just works for this firm. I don't think he's a partner. But we got to call him, dude.
What are you going to say? You just going to ask him about his brother? Like, you remember that time your brother, he leaped into a retarded person?
No.
You should do it. You should be like that Chris Farley bit. Remember that time your brother leaped into the retarded person? That was awesome.
I don't want to do it, but I know why you don't want to do it because I know more about him. Fuck, I don't really want to. I don't want to harass his brother. Let's
give me the number. I'll do it.
All right, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a secretary, so you'll have to work with that.
All right.
Like whenever you're ready. And remember, you can topics include. And even if you don't even get a chance to, do you want to see if you can actually speak with him?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if it's like a normal law office, she'll say he has to call you back and she'll want to get information, right? So let's be prepared for that. So you might just have her.
I'll say, hey, you remember that time your brother, just write this down for him. Remember that time your brother. Let's do it. What's his number?
Okay.
What's his name? What's his brother's name?
Bradley Bakula.
Bradley.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
You have reached the law office offices. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For a company directory, press 2. To leave a message in our general mailbox.
Let's see if they tell us.
Enter the first 4 characters of the person's last name. For Q, press 7. For
B-A-K.
press 9.
I'm sorry to put you through this, Norman. All seems a little unnecessary now.
Please select from the following. When you hear the name you're searching for, enter the number.
Brad Bacula.
Fuck yeah.
At extension. Please enter an extension number now. To reach Please hold while I transfer you to
Brad Bacula.
Okay, straight face.
Hi, this is Brad Bacula. Thank you for calling. I'm unable to take your call at this time. Please leave a message at the tone.
Leave a message.
And I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Go.
Brad! Brad, I just wanted to, hey, I heard I could call you here. Man, I'm a fan. You remember that time your brother, he leaped into the retard? Remember that time? That was fucking cool. Yeah, that was awesome. Brad, call me back. I want to talk about the other times your brother. He was on what was that? Sunny in Philadelphia. That was good too. Brad's awesome. Tell him I said so. See ya.
You just said Brad's awesome. Tell him I said so.
Fuck. You with your fucking names I can't understand.
Brad and Scott. I can't mix you guys. Yeah.
You guys look the same.
Damn it, I wish we could have. Now he's never gonna answer calls. We should just do this. We should make this a thing to always call him on the podcast until we get him. And we'll keep leaving messages.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
You'd be able to do better ones because you know more of the episode.
Okay, so I'll have to plan it out. He was also in Lord of Illusions too. But I think we should keep calling Brad Bacula and just make it a thing. And we'll just keep leaving messages until he answers it.
His extension is or whatever. That's super easy.
Well, that means he's at the top of the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
So since that one sort of fell flat, I think now we should call Corey Feldman's agent.
You doing that one or me?
Duh! I really want to get an interview with him, so I don't know if I should fuck it up. Me. I don't know. Like, I really want to. Maybe I could really try and... Maybe I could just ask.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't know. I feel bad because I'm putting you up to so much. I don't know if I feel...
I don't even know what I'd say to him. Like, hey, Corey, you find out who stabbed you yet?
Well... Can we get a comment, please?
What if like we shat ourselves and he actually fucking answered the phone himself?
Hello? I don't think so. That'd be funny. We know him a million miles away. Like, this is Corey Feldman's agent? Yeah. Okay. It's probably one of his angels.
That's what you do. Like, if you're in a band, you create a fake MySpace page pretending you're a promoter or an agent, and just like it's really one of the people in the band, and you're just like, yeah, our client is very good. They always draw a crowd. Just lie to them. It's great.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
And it stopped working after a while.
Oh, you know whose number I wish I still had? Maybe I do. Let me look. Because you know who would be a really good prank call?
Who?
The fucking Lush. Haven't talked to him in fucking years now.
What if he listens to the show regularly and he's like...
He doesn't.
I know who that is.
Hey, if he does, then fuck you. But, no, let me see.
We need to explain that story at some point. Because they still don't know.
Bro, I got his number. I still have it. We gotta do it.
What should I say to
him? Don't blow the cover. Like, don't call him Lush, because then that'll easily direct.
That's the only thing I know him by, so I probably would.
His name's Nate. That would easily direct him back to us if you called him Lush. That's the last thing I want. Trust me. I think he might answer though. You can just kind of fuck with him. Like, what would you say? Like, we shouldn't bring Revival BTM into the mix at all. I don't want him to know it was us. I want to see how he would react with a prank call. how much patience he would have. Like, what would you do?
Oh man, I'm thinking. Should I just lay him on the same Bacula spiel? You remember that episode of Quantum Leap where you leaped into the retarded guy?
This like random facts. I guess if you want to.
I guess.
Or you could do the hotel bit and ask for like Norma Stitz.
All right.
Stuff like that. I don't know. Do you want to get something prepped? Or you just want to go off the cuff?
We're live, baby. We gotta do it. Getting prepped only draws out the inevitable.
All right. It's extra great because he doesn't know you. That'd be so funny if he recognizes your voice because he does listen. I don't think he does, dude. I don't think he's ever listened. I don't think he's ever listened. So let's do this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could. Last time you were pretending you were calling people like you're a mob boss. You're gonna break some legs.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you want. Just do you, man. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
And I hope to God this is still his number, and I hope he answers. I want this to go well for everybody. Come on, baby. You gotta leave a message if he doesn't answer. Fuck. This bullshit.
He's grading the calls.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Fuck. Leave a message.
Is not available.
Don't call him Lush. Don't.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yeah. You remember that episode where Scott Bakula, he jumped into the retard? A Quantum Leap? That was good. Hey, I heard what you fucking said about me and I don't appreciate it. I've heard through the grapevine you've been talking shit, Nate. And I'm not appreciative of it. So here's what you can do. You can fucking oil up a fucking giant ass cock. Shove it up my ass until you come. And I like the taste of cum. I've been used. Hey, you remember that episode though? It was good. It was good. I used to watch that and think like, oh my God, that's the greatest episode ever. But yeah, you ever see Psycho 3 though? It's a good movie. I'm watching it right now. I'm on the scene where like, you know, they're wondering what's wrong with Norman and shit. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, this old fuck is telling me I gotta go now. So you can let me suck your dick until you come, and that'll be nice. But that was a good episode too. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
It was so fucking weird hearing you call him Nate. Nate?
Is his name Nathan or Nate?
It's Nate.
See, I was going to say Nathan to sound more realistic, but I would have fucked up.
It sounded so weird. Like, yeah, I heard you been talking shit about me. Nate. Or whatever it is he said.
Nate.
People that are listening don't even know who he is, but if you guys are longtime listeners.
He was a part of the show before I was ever a part of the show.
It was a long time ago. He was like an OG.
Right when it started.
An OG guy. Yeah. Anyway, he's an interesting guy.
Interesting guy.
As you were calling him, it made me really, really, really wish I had Corey G's number.
You don't? That'd be great.
I don't think I do, man.
Oh, man. We got to find it at some point. Maybe Todd has it.
I have no idea.
Because they actually live in the same area, don't they?
Todd wouldn't have had it because, well, he had it at one point. Because, yeah, I think he had it at one point. And I had it too. I don't know why I don't have it anymore because...
Can you imagine the fucking... The continuity will... The parallel universes will shift if the new Corey G calls the old Corey G.
Bro, I have it.
Oh my fuck!
I have it.
Give it to me.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it's got to be Corey G talking to Corey G. It's got to blow his fucking mind. Worlds collide. Okay.
Let's do it.
So you obviously can bleep it out, but his name's Corey.
Okay.
He doesn't look like a does he? So you might want to bleep out his last name, but are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
And you, oh my God. And I don't care what you do, man. You can fucking quote him. I don't know if you can quote his fucking Lorenzo Lamas. You can quote the ponytail shit. I don't think he's really going to get back to us, so.
I should act like I'm the biggest fan of him in the BTM era.
No, that would be a little too on the nose of who's calling.
Okay.
Maybe you should be a biggest fan of his fucking shitty YouTube channel.
Okay.
He's like, I like it when he wear the lucha mask. You know? Whatever.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on, give me that fucking number. I'm losing my cool here.
All right, this has to be epic, man, because we're gonna be reusing these sound clips for years to come. Whatever we get from him. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
We got to get the best shit from him.
If it's not his number anymore, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Finish the Verizon ringback tone while your party is reached.
He's got one of those songs. Rings.
Okay. Please answer.
Oh, she got this fucking killing him now.
If he doesn't answer, maybe you should call it from your real number. He doesn't know you.
Hello? Uh-huh.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Hey, this is Master Say here.
I knew it.
Please
I
leave
knew
your
it.
name and number at the tone so I can erase the hell out of it, because I don't care. I don't even live here.
Show
Get
me
off
the
the
number.
phone. Goodbye.
No. Hang up.
Fuck.
What was that voicemail?
It was one of those fake, like, hello. Yeah.
We're going to be definitely calling him back before the show's over. We're going to keep trying.
We're gonna try before it's over, baby. We gonna do it. We're doing it. We're doing it and doing it and doing it right.
We're going to try it again in a few minutes because we have to get him. And if we don't get him on this podcast, we will keep trying on other podcasts. We have to.
It'll be another reoccurring segment. Let's try Corey G again.
It's time for Let's Try Corey G.
Disappointed!
It really was, man, because you lit up like a Christmas tree. You were so happy. I hate it. I feel like we dropped the ball on that. I just want him to fucking answer.
Oh, I've been following. I'm your biggest fan, Corey G. I've been following you since Big Kahuna movie reviews. The Vault of Mysterious Information will happen. That's a great show. That's a good one. Yeah, he'll probably answer and be talking in his normal voice, which he never talked in.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
He does have a normal voice. I've only ever heard his normal voice like once or twice, and it blew me away because one time I called him. It was about something to do with what we were doing, but it was one of the rare times I ever called him outside of like a podcast. And yeah, I called him at like work, and it was funny. It was Corey G without the Corey G-isms. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's fine. And you know, he's like, ah, la, la, la. It was like Gilbert Gottfried not doing the voice.
He used to use his real voice on like the early episodes he was on of fucking Bloodbaths and Boomsticks. And then all of a sudden he just, like, it's really funny if you listen to that episode where they talk about, like, it was an episode, I actually asked the question, what the fuck happened to Corey G? And they both started laughing, and T-Shirt Joe happened to be on there, and they were talking about, like, yeah, he was just this weird guy that just all of a sudden, like, he was normal one day, and then one day he just started whispering and talking about Lorenzo Lamas all the time.
And they had enough of his shit.
So, what if the Lorenzo Lamas shit wasn't even real?
So he just became a troll out of nowhere to them too? No, that can't be true because T-Shirt Joe did the Vault of Mysterious Information with him after that. Right?
Yeah, T-Shirt Joe said he's the only guy that's still in touch with him. I talk to him every once in a while.
Who said that?
T-Shirt Joe.
Okay.
We should get T-Shirt Joe's number. Just prank call him.
I think I used to have it at a point. I'm not sure.
That'd be pretty awesome. What's his business's number?
Yeah, we could prank call the shop. That'd be fucking hilarious.
He's always like putting like updates on his Twitter of stupid people that call him.
Yeah, so maybe we can make that list.
Like somebody that asks like, how much does it cost for like a bulk of like 20 shirts? And then he'll give you the number and then say, okay, how much does it cost for like a bulk of 20 shirts with like they'll add something else that wouldn't change the price at all, and then he'll just hang up on them. Click.
But it's funny though because I think he's all talk most of the time. Obviously, that's all for just the social media. I'm sure if we call him, he'll be just like a normal business owner. Hi, he'll be a pussy, right?
Should I act like Corey G calling T-Shirt Joe?
You should. That's fucking amazing. This. I didn't know he had a website. He's got a mobile site here. Fast Custom Shirts. It's got to be the one.
FastCustomShirts.com. That's the site. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've ordered through T-Shirt Joe before.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He can't get too mad at us. We're giving him a plug. Go to Fast Custom Shirts. It's Fast Custom Shirts, not Fast Custom T-Shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I said Fast Custom Shirts, didn't I?
Okay. I don't know. But yeah, FastCustomShirts.com. He does good work. Anyway, we're about to prank his ass. Are you going to be Corey G, right?
Yes.
1 second.
Come on, T-Shirt Joe.
He's probably closed. It's late.
Oh, it is. Fuck. Should I leave a message?
Mm-hmm.
The mailbox of the person you are calling is currently full and cannot accept new messages. Thank you.
Damn. We're just striking out left and right.
How are you going to run a business with a full mailbox?
T-Shirt Joe. Maybe he gets a lot of calls daily. This motherfucker's thing just froze now. Now we resync it, babe. And now we're gonna finish watching the movie. We fucking struck out Corey G, fucking T-Shirt Joe. Well, let's stick to the movie now, because we only got 10 minutes left. And what you think of this movie, baby? What you think of this big climax?
It's, this whole movie in general is exactly how I kind of remembered it being as far as the impression it left on me. It's kind of just a run-of-the-mill 90s slasher.
This is the character that was at the beginning of part 2, I think, that was arguing that he shouldn't be let out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of reprising her role, if I remember right. The mother looks creepy.
Yeah. So it's going to show her face, though, in a minute. Now, is that him hallucinating? Or is it...
That is kind of weird. Like, this isn't the original mother. This is the lady that showed up in part 2 claiming to be his real mother.
The real mother.
So they basically needed, because he couldn't just, dig up the body again and steal it. They needed a new body, I guess. So they brought in the real mother.
You got me all confused.
Because I'm sure in the first one, when they raided his house, they fucking found the body and buried it. Maybe even cremated it.
So he accidentally killed his love interest.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Blonde-haired Lloyd Christmas haircut chick.
What's the climax here? So why is she onto him? How does she know? Like, he's onto stuff.
Yeah, she just got the hunch, I guess. She's the Captain Ahab character. She gonna show up. Is she gonna stop him, baby? She gonna stop him. So, did they imply that all the kills in the second one might have... No, they were Norman, but the fucking the chick's mom took the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting ready to say maybe this is the first time he actually did kill again. Maybe the second one was he was actually doing a good job of staying away from it. But if I remember right, he actually was killing people.
Is that many candles really a good idea ever? It always seems like such a fire hazard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like an excess of candles.
It's always in Ricky Martin music videos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where he gets the wax poured on his chest?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking creepy. Now that's Norman. Is that really him doing the voice, or is that overdubbed?
It might have been overdubbed. I'm not sure though. It was the syncing was well done.
Mrs. Fool, you killed her, didn't you?
Creepy. Did you ever see the remake of Psycho?
I never watched it. I refused to. I heard it was shot by shot, and I just don't understand it. So it's like...
They changed the look of the house to just a normal, generic-looking, you know, triangle house.
Why? Why wouldn't they show them in the original house?
Because they're stupid. They fucking shot on the original location. The original house was behind... They built a new house in front of the original house.
Her reaction was good.
That's how fucking stupid they were. And then they changed the look of Norman. Instead of this wig, he's got a blonde, long-haired wig on. So it looks even more comedic when he's revealed.
Yeah, that's totally overdubbed. That's not him.
Okay. She's a slut.
I'm actually just kind of wrapped up in this whole scene.
Mm-hmm. You gotta remember oh, fuck. See, that was a decent, gory kill, the neck slit.
Yeah. And then he stabbed her in the stomach for some reason.
Overkill.
Oh, that's right. He kills the fucking mother. The fake-looking mother full of dust. Mummy dust.
He taxidermied her. Did you hear that?
Yeah, her voice is...
He actually has a record playing it, and it just kind of skipped.
That's what it sounded like.
Warped.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It should have ended with Norman fucking the mom's corpse.
Dude, that's so weird.
That's his closure. That's what he always wanted. You watch Bates Motel, you see how hot his mom was. I wanted to fuck his mom. Norman probably wanted to fuck his mom. It should have ended with him fucking the mom. It would have been closure.
So at what point in his career, was it when he did Psycho 2, or was it more like during Psycho 3 that he embraced that this was what he was known for, was Psycho? Because I'm sure following the original movie, he had to have gone through that whole thing of, okay, I hate this typecast bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So what was that period for him? Probably, obviously not this one, because he directed it.
Oh, yeah, probably like when he was getting roles like, the fucking Evil Twin one, or whatever that was called.
That you couldn't figure out on the last comment. I was listening to that.
Yeah, I found out what the title was, and I forgot again. See, look, that looks like a projector behind him.
Yeah, it looks real fake.
That's the old school way, babe.
That's what they do on fucking...
Like Natural Born Killers.
Yeah. Oh.
And Clockwork Orange. How'd he get that in there without them noticing?
So why does he still... I don't get it. He just hacked the mom up. Why does he have the hand?
It's sequel bait. They probably had him add that on at the end.
What, like he's crazy still? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why is he looking at the camera, too? What camera? There's no camera there.
He's breaking the third wall, baby.
It just got really dark all of a sudden in that car.
Yeah, he stares into the camera at the end of the original, too. So that was probably another nod.
Okay. So, I obviously want to watch that movie again on my own. I've seen it before. I have the Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet. I don't even remember what happened to Jeff Fahey, man. We were so balls deep into trying to get a hold of Scott Bakula's fucking brother. How did Jeff Fahey die?
And he let us down. He didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, it was a swing and a miss on every one. That sucks. So we're going to have to get the Skype number back to have a little bit of legitimacy, because these calls are all going in private, which is...
And we should start recording them, like pre-recording them, so that we don't like flub on the spot like that.
Yeah. Well, we've done that before too.
Mm-hmm.
We've done both. I think you're right. It's just that I was so in the moment.
Yeah.
I was so in the moment.
Like whenever we do that on Mac and Zach, when I call like 3 numbers and I don't get a response, I'm like, fuck, should we just rewind the movie and record over those?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was funny banter. I liked seeing how excited you got when I had Corey G's number still.
I was giddy as a fucking schoolgirl.
You should retain that excitement because we will get them.
I was as giddy as when I get a truckload of Catholic schoolboys to fuck.
And we'll... Okay. And we'll...
God damn it!
When we do get them, we'll just have it be at the start of a new podcast. So, yeah, we can just keep trying. But let's close out, as per usual, and read some comments. Are you down with that, Zach?
Hell yeah, baby!
I do want to say I haven't. It might be as of this podcast airing, but we're going to go ahead and resurrect the call line, the hotline, right?
Fuck yeah, baby!
Look in the description of this video. We should have it up and available by the time this goes up. But we want you guys to call this number and leave us messages, and we will play them on the program. I would like to get to a point to where we could announce the particular times that we're going to record and have you guys call in while we're recording.
Yeah, just like we're getting ready to start recording. Call it if you want. If you make it while we're still on, you'll be on the show.
And if you're hardcore, I mean, we can more or less set a time that we are recording.
And it helps if you're okay with us cracking jokes at your expense.
Yeah.
Because we gotta be entertaining. So if you think like we would make a joke and it'd piss you off, you know, maybe just leave a message. We should like give them a email address too, so like if they want to record a message on their computer, because I know some people are like, you know, they're hesitant to leave a message because they're like, what if I fuck up and it gets saved on the messages like that? It'll be embarrassing.
Well, I don't know, we're just gonna have to go off the honor system for now. If you guys fuck up a message, just say it in the message and say you're gonna leave another one, and then we'll just play that one. I mean, I'm good for it. I don't know. But right now, let's just stick to the number. And I'd like to get to a point where people can call in live. But let's start with the hotline. Leave us some messages. That'd be awesome. And like I said, check out the description below, and we'll make sure to throw the number in there. So, but yeah, I want to see if it works. I want to see if it's worth it. I want to build some banter with you guys. Leave us funny messages. Heckle us. Leave us a message doing your best Zach impression.
Troll the fuck out of it. Yeah.
I want to hear your best Zach impression, everybody out there. But anyway, so there's that. And you can leave those anytime. Like, it's going to be a separate number. You're not going to be bugging anybody when somebody's trying to sleep or nothing.
These services are free, right?
What services?
These leave a message line. I know of ones that is the one we're getting free.
I'll be getting a number through Skype. No, it's going to cost me a few bucks a month, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, but we're going to be using that anyway. On the show too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
All right.
Anyway, let's read comments. So let me see where we left off last time. We had some good ones, man. We had some good ones from last time. Let's see. Some of the usual suspects and some newbies. Okay, here we go. Monkey Shines commentary from IP Freely. He says, you guys need to do Man's Best Friend. It might even be worse than Monkey Shines.
Is that the movie with the killer dog, and it's got Lance Henriksen on the cover, and the dog looks like a robot or something?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, look, I used to always see that at the video store.
But IP Freely, he is trying to make life worse for us and torture us even more. But I'd be down with adding it to the list.
Yeah, it's got Lance Henriksen. That's it.
Okay.
The poster on IMDb is different, though. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm misremembering it, but I remember it looking like a robot dog on the cover of the VHS.
Isn't it funny that we have an IP Freely and an Oliver Close-Off?
Yeah.
I like it. I love it.
We got the best fans ever, baby.
All right, now Bradley Taylor, the fucking Brattlesnake, the Brattler, he says...
The Bratwurst.
The Bratwurst. This is in response to Return to Sleepaway Camp. He says, thank you for doing the second known commentary for Return to Sleepaway Camp. I hope you got through it okay.
There's not even a commentary on the DVD, so yeah, he might be that might be true. It might be the second one ever recorded.
He also goes on to say, a missed opportunity for this film was the voice of the sheriff. It would have been cool to get James Earl Jones to do the voice, making the sheriff sound like Darth Vader. It would have been awesome. It would have made up for the "your ass stinks" moments by Alan. And then I actually replied to him. I said, I would love to randomly bump into James Earl Jones in public and get a soundbite of him saying, "Your ass stinks." That would be pretty funny and surreal. He also said at the top of it all, "Very good commentary, guys. Thank you for doing it." In response to the quote unquote territorial comment, because we are doing a commentary and he did one. It's not so much of me wanting to be the only ones to do certain movies. It's more about me getting other people to comment on the movies. I'm on a mission to get people to do more commentaries for movies like Child's Play 2 and 3, Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, Prom Night 1 through 4, etc. Well, we accept your challenge, Rattlesnake.
Hell yeah, he said his next mission is to get Mac and Zach to do the Prom Night movies.
I saw that on Twitter, is that right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I listen.
I know we do part 3. I think part 3 is my favorite one.
Really?
I think so. It's so stupid and cheesy. It's fun.
All right. On the Return to Sleepaway Camp commentary, Gamer Guys Reviews, he says, "Hey, Aaron, what do you think of this cop?" He's making fun of me. He's quoting you.
That would have been amazing if we would have got to the end and you still didn't know. But it would have only been amazing if I kept saying it throughout. Like, yeah, the cop, what do you think? Like, if it went over your head that many times, it would have been amazing.
It went over my head too many times still. It really did. Anyway, Gamer Guys Reviews goes on to say, "Joking aside, I listened to the collab review on the last drive-in that you did with the R-rated horror commentary, and I found out about the stuff Diana did there." He's talking about Diana Prince and her porn background. He says she has an interesting background, to say the least.
I was expecting him to say how big her asshole was. She has a huge fucking asshole.
I don't know, man. He also goes, "Also, I'm totally up for the idea of implementing a phone number fans like us can call during a commentary or podcast, though it would be awesome to do a straight up collaboration with y'all one day." How flattering. That's very nice. So you just heard us talk about the phone number. Check that out, Gamer Guys, in the description, and leave us a comment, leave us a voicemail there, and we're going to work our way up to making it to where we can be live with that stuff. And yeah, man, we're all about collaboration down the road. So for
Did you see that Gamer Guys was like featured on that Angry Video Game Nerd interview with Joe Bob?
Oh, did they ask one of your questions, Gamer Guys?
I think so. I swear I recognize the picture.
If that's legit, man, tell us which one it was. That's pretty neat. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so we have a lot of comments on the deep end. I will hold those off. We got quite a few on the deep end, but we'll wait till we do another episode of that. On Monkey Shines, we have Knight and then a bunch of kanji letters. I never know how to pronounce his name. Didn't he tell us one time?
Asian Naito.
Didn't he tell us what it meant one time? I think he did.
I think he said it was a reference to something.
Yeah, I apologize. But he quotes, "Is Zach's Pornhub profile pic Fred Durst by any chance? I think I've seen a couple of his comments before, and I can't imagine anyone but Zach having Fred Durst as their Pornhub avatar. Haha.
I can't either.
Could it possibly be the real Fred Durst?
I don't know. I don't remember ever putting a profile pic for mine. I'll look real quick.
Do it real quick, because I want to get this on record. What if it just really was Fred Durst?
No, I don't have one.
He's commenting on his own sex tape that he gave. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, look at that guy's cock. It's amazing.
It's very medium sized. Okay, so sorry to bust the bubble, but that is not Zach as Fred Durst. But I bet you he's kicking himself right now, wishing it was. And next comment, we have our resident massive Problem Child 2 fan, Antoine Evans.
He left 2 comments, yeah.
Did he relieve another one?
He seems to be really fucking preoccupied with us liking part 2. He can't wrap his mind around it.
I fucking love it, man. I love all these comments.
And the way his comments are written seems like he didn't write them. He did the speech to text feature and didn't bother proofreading it.
Well, I mean, they're kind of long messy. Who knows? But I love it, man. I'm glad that he keeps listening, Antoine Evans. I'm glad you're leaving comments and stuff. And you know what? Hopefully you let your grandkids listen to that commentary. So anyway, he goes, and do you want me to read it just as it reads, or do you want me to try and interpret it?
Whatever you want, baby.
Okay, so I'll read it as it reads, and I'll kind of give a summary. You and friend like part 2 better. Okay, everybody. By the way, he's like Corey Feldman. He has no punctuation. It's just all one giant run on, so I'm not going to stop.
It's not all caps, though, unlike Corey Feldman.
It's not all caps. Anyway, you and friend like part 2 better. Okay, everybody different. I don't like Problem Child 2, but I do like Beginning and Music. John Ritter. I watch a show, Three's Company, all time. I was 8 years old when the first Problem Child came out. Junior say, come see me next summer. And Problem Child 2, I told myself, okay, I can't wait.
You remember that version?
No.
The VHS version where it ended with him popping up at the end credits and saying, be sure to watch me in Problem Child 2. Yeah.
So did they add that just for the VHS after they knew it was a hit to where they were going to...
For the VHS, yeah.
Wow. Was it like a totally separate, just like a blank screen? He comes up?
It was when the end comes up. They did like a, that's all, folks, but he said that, yeah.
Oh, no, I've never seen that. So that's really cool. Let me see if I can pick up where I was at here. Okay. I told myself, okay, I can't wait till this movie come out. I want the whole world to go out, and I didn't like it. That's my opinion. I don't like Junior in Love and Problem Child 3. Nobody does. That movie sucked.
I've never watched that whole movie. Actually, I think I did. I just forgot about it.
That movie sucked. The body is a Junior. You have a new best friend, but I didn't read and part when I saw Junior in this little girl sitting on the drill washing machine or dryer ever. I thought, do you going to have a girlfriend? I do not like the tagline with say he bad, she worse. Okay, so let me just summarize this comment. I think what he's saying is,
he said he wanted the whole world to go out whenever that movie came out.
He said that, you know what, I wanted to like part 2. I wanted to because I love the first one so much, but it just didn't deliver what I thought it was. It didn't deliver the goods. But the main takeaway from this comment, Antoine, is that you've established that you really hate part 3 now. So we can direct that anger towards 3.
Well, so we should do part 3 next, baby.
Junior in Love? Oh.
You know what, though? The biggest problem with part 2 was that Junior and the girl didn't fuck.
God damn it! Fuck!
Okay, I got a question for you, Zach, because I keep trying to time it and I keep getting interrupted by the second part. Is that one message that has a delay, or do you put 2 buttons?
I'm pushing 2 buttons.
Okay, because I always try to like give it some air, and then I talk and I get interrupted by the second part. All right, so anyway, I want to say thank you, Antoine Evans, for messaging and continuing to comment. I love it. Love reading your messages, and thank you so much for following along. Maybe
he did leave another comment before that, though.
He did?
Because I sent you a picture. Like, he's still wondering how the fuck we like that movie.
That wasn't did we not read that last time?
I think he added this one recently. But yeah, it's basically just the same thing. Like, how the fuck do you guys like that movie, though?
So I'm not sure, but I know we do. On Return of the Living Dead 3 commentary, Linty Colt, this person replies, okay, so I don't know what this means. And I don't remember the context of it, so I wish they would have left a timestamp so I knew what they were referring to. But Linty Colt, they say, Jep, like G-E-P-P, Jep, one of you, the old man, should do voice acting. He sound believable and wise and serious, and as can flip on 2 sec, and oh so kind. What the fuck? So
what movie was that for?
Return of the Living Dead 3. Did one of us do like an impression, and they're saying one of us should do voice acting because we did like an impression of an old man, or what?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't remember, but if you are referring to one of us, thank you so much, Linty Colt, for the comment and the compliments, if that's the case. But yeah, thank you so much. And on back to Return to Sleepaway Camp. This is great. Okay, so Robert Shardello, yeah, he says, Private School is a good 80s sex comedy that should make for a fun commentary. Thank you. That's noted. Private School. I've never seen it.
That's got a fucking, what's her name in it? Phoebe Cates.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Dude, we should fucking really put that up on the list because we were talking about on that commentary that, you know, I'm kind of feeling 80s sex comedies.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of fun to get into. So let's jot that one down, Private School. But this one's funny, man. This one comes from Adrian Mendoza. Thank you so much, Adrian Mendoza, for always listening. And he comments on Return to Sleepaway Camp. He goes, how much did Josh drink? He is a bit annoying in this commentary. Parentheses. Sorry. Ouch.
Ouch.
That's funny. Was he? I don't remember. I don't really recall. Was he a little drunk?
He might have been. He was being really open about how big his dick was or what his dick looked like or something like that. I forgot. Yeah.
I think he was trying to keep up with you. You have this ability to turn people on and like, turn certain parts of their brains on and open them up a little bit.
Oh, I turn them on, baby.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to reword that because I knew I was going down a bad fucking tunnel with that one. But yeah, and he was doing like the impressions, right? He was playing those messages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Josh is a fun time when he's a little liquored up personally, but I don't know. That's funny though. Guess what? But I will tell him you said that because that's awesome. We love criticism, and I'm sure he does too. So much appreciation, Adrian Mendoza. You are probably our number one listener, and I can't thank you enough for it. But that's where we're going to leave off for now. Zach, do you have anything you want to go over before we kind of wrap it all up?
I just updated my Pornhub avatar to be
what?
Michelangelo holding a dime bag.
Oh, okay. From the Michael Bay movie.
So if you ever see me out and about commenting on fucking your son videos, you know it's me.
Oh, well, let's correct that. You mean the mom, the mother's son.
Yeah.
Because that sounded kind of bad. Okay, anyway. That's hilarious. Anyway, same old story. You guys can find us on Apple Podcast, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Check us out over there. We always link iTunes below in the YouTube descriptions. If you think we deserve it, hop on over there. Please give us a 5-star rating and leave us a nice little feedback, a sentence, a word or two. Do the same thing for Mac and Zach Save the World if you come across them as well. If you guys are on YouTube, like and follow and hit the stupid notification bell. And we have a new Deep End with Aaron Lipscomb that came out a couple of days ago. We talk about all the James Gunn fiasco. That turned out really well.
You know what's funny is I tried to get that episode up really quick because I had a feeling they were going to rehire James Gunn, and they haven't.
Huh.
They haven't fucking corrected that fuck up yet.
You sounded like Jonathan Brandis in It a second ago.
I was going to say they haven't right that fuck up yet, but I was like, that's not right. So I can't say that.
I have a feeling I'm not saying it will happen, but I think it's totally up in the air that maybe they'll offer him his job back. Because there's been such an outcry and petitioning. Yeah, there's been nobody's against him really,
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, I don't know. That's that. Check that out and check out that show. It's more topical. We talk a little bit more serious. It's just a open forum to talk about whatever we want. And we'll have a Retro Rampage soon, hopefully. Do you have any new Mac and Zachs coming our way?
Mac and Zach are getting ready to take over Retro Rampage Sunday, so it's already out by the time you're hearing this.
Oh yeah, what's it gonna be?
It's gonna be an underrated Resident Evil installment.
Which one? Survivor?
I guess I can reveal it since it's already out. Zero.
Oh, okay, cool. The remake? Or not the remake, the HD?
It's just Zero, yeah.
All right, rock on. Well, look forward to that, and we'll catch you guys next time. Adios, bye-bye, puppets. Have a good day.
I thought the bitch was wild!